In the previous video, we concluded our examination of the Greek alphabet. Let's begin with a recitation to review what you have previously learned. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. Very good. You are well on your way to understanding Biblical Greek. Before we leave the alphabet entirely, there are a few more things you need to learn in order to be fully prepared to understand the language. First, the letter gamma can sometimes mimic an N sound when paired in combination with certain letters, kappa, xi, chi, or another gamma. This phenomenon is known as a gamma nasal. For example, the Greek word for angel is angelos. Notice the double gamma, the first of which is pronounced with an N sound. Second, in addition to the alphabet, the Greek language also possesses several important vowel combinations called diphthongs. Diphthongs are two vowels that combine to form a single sound. These diphthong combinations are alpha iota, I, epsilon iota, A, omicron iota, oi, upsilon iota, we, alpha upsilon, ow, epsilon upsilon, u, eta upsilon, u, omicron upsilon, u, and omega upsilon, u. I found the sounds produced by these vowel pairings to be fairly intuitive for the native English speaker. Once you've learned the alphabet, the diphthongs are easy to recognize and pronounce. Note, however, that not all vowel pairings are diphthongs. When two vowels are next to each other that are not a diphthong, you must pronounce each letter separately. You will also frequently see what's called an improper diphthong. This is when a vowel is paired with an iota subscript, an iota written below the line. We will discuss these more in a future lesson. For now, all you need to know is that this iota is not pronounced, but it is important to recognize for reasons of translation. Sometimes you will encounter a diphthong with two dots above one of the letters. This mark is called a diaeresis. It indicates that the two vowels of the diphthong are to be pronounced separately. Third, for everything you have learned thus far with the Greek alphabet, you may have noticed that there is no letter corresponding to the English H. Consider the Greek word for a Greek person, Hellene. This word is transliterated into English like this. The H sound that begins the word does not come from a Greek letter. Instead, it comes from this mark before the first letter. This mark is called a breathing mark. Breathing marks occur at the beginning of all words that begin with a vowel. They can manifest in one of two forms, smooth breathing or rough breathing. A smooth breathing mark, such as found in angelos, is a right half circle. This mark is silent. Thus, we pronounce the first letter normally. On the other hand, a rough breathing mark, such as in Hellene, is a left half circle. This mark is pronounced as an English H. We add this sound in combination with the natural sound of the vowel that begins the word. When paired with a lowercase letter, the breathing mark will be over the top of the letter. When paired with a capital, it will precede the letter. When paired with a diphthong, it will appear over the second vowel. Words that begin with consonants do not contain breathing marks. Though they are small, breathing marks can influence translation. You will encounter words represented by a single letter. Whether that letter has a smooth or rough breathing mark will designate whether it is one word or another. Be sure to pay attention to them in your attempts at reading and translation. This brings us to our final point for this video. You may have noticed other marks over Greek words that we have not accounted for yet. These marks are called accent marks. Greek accents come in 3 types: acute, grave, and circumflex. Whereas English uses a stress accent, Greek uses a pitch accent. For the native English speaker, it is more convenient to treat these accents as stress accents, as we would in English. Acute accents are represented by the up-tilted line, graves by the down-tilted line, and circumflexes by the symbol often called the tilde. As you may have guessed, the orientation of the accent tells you what it is doing. Acutes rise, while graves fall. Circumflexes oscillate from high to low emphasis. The accent will be located over the letter it modifies. When a diphthong is accented, it will appear over the second letter, just like a breathing mark or a diaeresis. With an accented capital at the beginning of a word, the accent will appear before the letter, also, again, like a breathing mark. In your personal study of Greek, accents are not often necessary for reading and translating. For proper pronunciation, they should be noted, but again, we are treating these as stress accents rather than pitch accents anyway, to accommodate our English tendencies. They are of much less significance than the other points we've covered in this video, such as breathing marks. For a further study of Greek, I recommend Greek 101, Learning an Ancient Language from the Great Courses, and Basics of Biblical Greek by Zondervan Academic. You will find links to both of these courses in the description.